Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 11 of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest full playthrough walkthrough. In this section of the walkthrough, we're going to make our way through the Ice Cavern. In there, we're going to get a few gold Skulltulas. I'm going to show you how to get the heart piece in there, although I won't collect it until the end of this walkthrough. And then we will get the iron boots, as well as the Zora Tunic. So you want to make sure that you leave the Ice Cavern with at least one bottle of blue flame or blue fire. This way you can melt King Zora and get the Zora Tunic. Okay, let's get started. So we are going to proceed up Zora's River. And luckily I have Epona parked just outside. Although, you know, I was thinking the other day, it would have been cool if, and they could even do this in future Zelda games if they bring horses back again. It would have been really cool if you could actually like tie them up at stables. Like, you could like tie Epona up at a stable outside the castle. I feel like that would have been pretty cool. Obviously a lot to ask for in 1998, but I'm just kind of surprised that games really haven't implemented that. I guess The Witcher 3 does with Roach. If you sort of leave Roach for a little while in a town, when you come out of a building, I think she's at a, I think she's tied up. Anyway, it's been a long time since I played The Witcher. Okie doke. So, Zora's River here. So Zora's River is basically the exact same in the future. Really no change, except even if you have only blown up one boulder at this gate, they will all be gone in the future. So we're going to ignore this Octorok, we're going to jump over, and then we're just going to proceed up the river. Now, one thing that I was really hoping for in Master Quest when I first played it was that more would be added to Zora's domain as Adult Link. Like maybe you could finally unfreeze it. Well, that was funny. Maybe you could finally unfreeze it. Unfortunately, that's not the case. There is a glitched way to get under Zora's domain. I tried it in the regular walkthrough, but I was unable to successfully get it. All right. And what's funny is I can't even find a video of someone doing it the way I remember doing it. So, I don't know. Maybe the trick is lost to time. Anyway, come up here to the platform, go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby, and you'll open the waterfall. Alrighty. So here in Zora's domain, you know, because this is Master Quest, I'm not going to spend any time really explaining what's going on here, but it's frozen, and we're just going to make our way towards Zora's Fountain, where Jabba Jabba was, and then we'll be able to enter the Ice Cavern, which, funny enough, is visible as Child Link, but you can't enter it. But with the levitation code on Game Shark, you can, and I think it's the same. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think anything has changed in there. It's been a long time since I used a Game Shark on this game. Alright. Cool. So the heart piece at the bottom of the lake is still here. The one on the iceberg in the distance is still here, but we're not going to get those until later on in the walkthrough. One of the final parts. Right, so we're just going to jump across these icebergs here as they spin, spin, spin. Oh boy. Ooh, just made that one. Yikes. Alright, Ice Cavern time. So the Ice Cavern in Master Quest is pretty interesting. It has a couple of really hidden switches for you to hit, some really hidden crystal switches, and then it has boulders in it for some reason. Yep. So you gotta watch out for the boulders. They are in pretty much every single corridor. Alright, so entering this room, you can hear the freezer. Oh, what are you doing? And then you want to kill the two Tektites here. And then you'll notice nothing changes, but you will notice that there's a clear wall here. And I believe it was... What dungeon was it? I think it was in the Forest Temple. There was a room... Yeah, it was in the Forest Temple. The spinning platforms, there was a clear wall, and you needed to hit a switch to open it. Or in that dungeon, it was a blue switch that you needed to take a box off of. But in this dungeon, it's a crystal switch that's hidden right here. So the switch turns red, and then it goes away. Alrighty. So I'm going to basically always be opening pots because I'm definitely going to eat a few boulders in our adventures here. You can hear another one coming. All right. So then in this room, we have a white Wolfos. What you want to try to do is you want to try to back up as it's coming out of the ground. And then as you're sliding, basically as soon as it turns around, no, I don't want to catch this. As soon as it turns around, you're able to do a jump slash. And you're basically going to hit it on the final pixel. Which is, it's going to look a little weird, but I promise you it works. Oh, there it is. Just appeared. Okay, cool. So killing the 2 Freezards and the Wolfos will open up this doorway here. So go ahead and go in here. And then this is the room with the first blue flame fountain, but there are a couple of Wolfos in here as well that you gotta take care of. No big deal. Deku Nuts are important because the final room where you get the iron boots, it's actually guarded by a Stalfos instead of Wolfos. So a little bit of a change there. Alright, so Navi says this is blue fire, doesn't seem natural, maybe we can use it for something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna empty 2 of our bottles. Empty 2 of our bottles, and then we're going to bring this with us. Now, the wonderful thing about the Ice Cavern and Master Quest is that there's no sliding block puzzle. And if you know me, you know I hate sliding block puzzles. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing, I cannot stand them. So I was very happy to discover that when it first came out in 2002. All right, so we got a Skulltula on the wall here. I'm just going to hit it to get rid of the noise, but you will notice that there is a sort of like staircase of red ice here, and then there's a crystal switch in the corner. So you're going to hit the crystal switch. That's going to cause a chest to appear, and inside of this chest is the map. So I'm just going to hop up here. This way we guarantee that we melt it. Oh, hello. Alright, and we got the map. Don't forget to refill your bottle with blue flame. Blue fire, I always call it blue flame. Okay, now we're going to go get the compass. Although you can basically just like speedrun this dungeon in just a couple minutes. You don't really have to do all this, but this is a 100% walkthrough, so of course we're going to do everything. All right, so we're going to pop up here, and then we're going to melt this section of red ice. Very good. Careful of the boulders, and I believe there's, yep, a couple Freezards in here. Cool. Alrighty. We're going to come in here. You can hear the Freezards. Alright, there's going to be a couple on the floor here. There he is. There's that one. I do believe there's one more on the floor. No, is there only one? Okay. Alright, so we just walked over a crystal switch, and I'm going to show you what that's for. So the heart piece, like I said, in the Ice Cavern has been moved. It's right here, and it's underneath some clear glass. And the floor switch in the ice there is how you were supposed to open it. Oh, requires fire arrows. Oh. So you want to try to crouch and stab really quick in order to grab that. All right, so we're going to get some more blue flame here. Blue fire. Jesus. Okay. Oh, why did that just happen? I hate this dungeon. Try this again. I'm almost positive that happened in the base walkthrough as well. All right. There we go. Get yourself set. You'll see a gold Skulltula right there. We're going to grab that in a second. For now, I'm just going to wait for this Freezer to do its thing. Then I'm going to go up and kill it and grab the compass. Very good. Okay. So, with the compass in tow, all we have left to do is grab a few gold Skulltulas. There's a total of 3 in this dungeon. All of them are in pretty interesting places, in my opinion. And get the iron boots and bounce. Alright, so for this, we're going to take out the Ocarina. Play the Song of Time to cause a time block to appear. We know this because Navi flitters off into the distance, as I always say. So that causes this time block to appear. And then it's going to push into a weird camera angle, so I recommend just going to first-person mode, regaining your bearings, hop onto the time block, wait for Navi to glow green, and play the Song of Time again. And the same thing is going to happen. It's going to kick into a really weird camera angle, so don't go forward just yet. Instead, you want to enter first-person mode, kind of reset the camera, and then hop over. All right, and you're going to stand next to the red ice. You're going to empty your bottle. That's going to melt the ice. You're going to kill the Skulltula and collect the token. Great job. Okay, so I'm going to refill my bottle here. Very good. And now what we got to do is we have to hit this crystal switch. And this is just going to unlock the heart piece. So normally I don't do this, but because this is such an interesting little puzzle, I'm going to show you how to solve it now. So when you place a bomb, you'll notice that the camera sort of shifts. So it's a little difficult to judge exactly where to place the bomb, so you're going to have to place a few to get a feel for it. The bomb doesn't move, it's just, if you look closely, there's 2 layers to this floor. There's the ice layer that you walk on, but then there's like the layer underneath it, and the switch is in the layer underneath it, and they're not exactly aligned. So that's why it's a little odd to do that. But hitting the switch removes the glass, and then you can grab that piece of heart. Alrighty. So with the compass in tow, as well as gold Skulltula number 1 of 3, we can head back into the big chamber. And then we can melt this ice and proceed into what would be the sliding block puzzle room. However, in Master Quest, there is no sliding block puzzle. You can actually just walk through the room and be done with it. Yes, I know. Okay. So in this room, I am going to kill these keys. Great. Then there are going to be 2 white wolfos that appear as well. One's right here. So same deal, just try to slide backwards. Do a jump slash, get rid of it, and then there's another one on this platform. This one has a tendency to jump down into the pit, so you want to be a little careful with it. If it jumps down into the pit, it just won't die, but you'll always hear it, so it's just kind of annoying. All right, so you'll notice that Navi flies off into the distance, and if you look closely, there's a gold Skulltula in this alcove. And because there are no sliding blocks, we need to play the Scarecrow song. Oh. All right, that causes Pierre to appear. We're going to take out the hook shot. Zip over to Pierre. And grab gold Skulltula number 2 of 3. Great job. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to play the Song of Time. It's going to cause a time block to appear, which allows us to grab more blue flame. Nope, not close enough. It's weird. The proximity of these things is a little weird sometimes. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here and melt this ice. This way we can just be efficient. And you'll notice gold Skulltula number 3. Gold Skulltula number 3 is underneath this glass, so we'll grab that in a moment. What am I doing? What is my arrangement here? Jeez. Okay, very good. So we're going to pop up here. We're going to melt this ice. All right, come over here, and you want to fill up 2 bottles. you need one for King Zora, and then an optional one for the shop in Zora's domain. So of course we're going to do both. Okey-doke, but first we need to get the gold Skulltula. So we know that a crystal switch is responsible for this glass, and if you look really closely, you can see it up here with the stalactites. So go ahead and shoot that. That causes the glass to disappear, and then you can get the final gold Skulltula of the Ice Cavern. Great. Make sure you check your map to confirm that you have all three. And then you need to get the glass to reappear, so just shoot the switch again. I'm actually going to double check. Stalactite. Stalactite is an icicle formation that hangs from the ceiling. Stalagmite grows from the floor. I was right. I was right. I know my caves. I know my geology. All right. So we're going to pop up here. And now we are going to quickly run through this little area because there are ice keys here that we don't want to deal with. And then we're going to open the door into the boss room. It's really just a mini boss. Take out some Deku Nuts because you're going to have to fight a Stalfos. Cool. Alrighty. Door opens, and the chest with the iron boots appears. Everybody's favorite item, unless you're on 3DS. In that case, it's just a regular item. The iron boots. So heavy, you can't run. So heavy, you can't float. So heavy, you can't navigate menus quick enough. Alright, Sheik appears, and we're going to learn the Serenade of Water. We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception. The Zoras are now under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move, like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn into noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water surface reflects growth. Now listen to the Serenade of Water to reflect upon yourself. Okie doke. So that is the Serenade of Water, the warp song to the Water Temple. You learn the Serenade of Water. Link, I'll see you again. It's funny, Sheik just shows up, teaches songs, and bounces. Alrighty. So go ahead and equip the iron boots and sink to the bottom. Alright, so now we have to unfreeze King Zora. This way we can get the Zora Tunic from him. And then we'll also unfreeze the Zora shop. You don't need to unfreeze the Zora shop. There's really nothing there for you to buy that he can't get elsewhere, but it's still nice to do. Help out the shopkeeper. Bring him back his income because he's not frozen. The doorway is frozen. So he's literally just been in there for like 6-7 years. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably starving, that guy. Alrighty. Cool. Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. Got the Zora Tunic. This diving suit is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it, and you won't drown underwater. Grim. Cool. Whoa. Now let's unfreeze the store, and then we'll talk about what's next. Oops. What does this guy even sell? Fish, potion, arrows, nuts, Zora Tunic, heart, and arrows. Well, there you go. Okay, that is going to be it. Make sure you save your game. All right. So, in the next section of the walkthrough, we're going to go through the water temple, and then we will also get the gold scale. The gold scale is available after you finish the water temple and Lake Hylia fills back up, and you have access to the fishing hole. Last time in the base walkthrough, I said you could catch the Hylian loach to get it, and then I found out in that process that I was mistaken. I did end up catching the Hylian loach without using the Hyrule or the sinking lure, so that is possible, but catching the Hylian loach just gets you 50 rupees. You have to catch a very heavy fish. I think it's 23 pounds, 26 pounds. We'll take care of it at the end of the next walkthrough, but that's next. So Water Temple, then Golden Scale, and then we'll go after that to Bottom of the Well, Shadow Temple, and so on. But that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.